Broadcasting live from Hutchinson, Kansas. Call Jiggy right now. 267-22-JIGGY. Presenting Jiggy Jaguar.
Welcome to the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar show, coast to coast and border to border all over the World Wide Web. We're going to be talking with Sherrie Phillips here in a few moments. ReverbNation.com/Sherrie Phillips Music. We'll play a few of her tracks here in a few moments, but we wanted to get Sherrie on the line real quick. I know that Sherrie doesn't have a lot of time, so we're gonna make this as quick as we can. Sherrie, welcome to the program. How are you?
Hey, James, I'm doing great over here in Nashville, Tennessee. Sun finally came out, so it's not a bad day.
Well, that's a good thing. Now, Sherrie, tell us about your musical background. You're number one on Reverb Nation. Let's talk a little bit about that.
That's awesome. Let's see, I have been doing music my whole life, really. I started touring in a rock band when I was 19 years old, and I originate from Northern California, actually, and I was in a band called Hangman's Daughter, and I did rock and roll forever. Moved to Nashville in 1998, and, I've done gospel album and a children's CD, and my latest album, actually, it took a little time off, and I've just come up with a new album called Nobody But Me, and it's an awesome compilation of all kind, rock, soul, covers, originals, and it's going great, and I'm getting a great response. Like, you can, number one on Reverb Nation. I'm pretty happy about that.
We've got Sherrie Phillips with us today here on the program. You can get more information at ReverbNation.com/Sherrie Phillips Music. And Sherrie, you're working with all sorts of people out there in Nashville. Tell me about some of the musicians you've worked with.
I've had an awesome run. I got my favorites. I got to work with Three Dog Night when they were touring out on the West Coast, and Pat Benatar, No Doubt, and Train. And when I came to Nashville, I got to do some gigs with Big Kenny from Big Kenny and Rich. And the people I'm working with lately, there's a lot of number one country songwriters, and I've used a lot of their music on my CD. Some of the original tracks I've recorded on my I Am Home CD. It's fantastic. Nashville is such a plethora of talent, and you can't throw a rock very far without hitting somebody that's just amazing. The bar is definitely raised up here, out here, down here, wherever I am. Down here in the South. That's right. I'm down south. That's right. It's been fun, for sure.
We've got Sherrie Phillips with us today here on the program. You can get more information at ReverbNation.com/Sherrie Phillips Music. And we're going to be playing a lot of Sherrie's music here in a few moments. I know that she's got a few things that she's got to take care of this afternoon. We ran a little long in our first segment here. But Sherrie, tell us about some of these songs. What's the typical writing process for some of your music like?
Well, I'm actually, I'd say to people that I'm an emoter. I'm a performer and an emoter, and I have a really good knack for picking really great songs.
Yeah.
So I used to write a lot and co-write with my group Hangman's Daughter, but now, in Nashville, like I said, there's so many amazing songwriters. So I kind of been sticking to what I do best, and that's being on stage and, performing the crap out of songs that I love and that speak to my soul.
Yeah.
And so I picked, Stephanie Urbina Jones is one of my favorite writers here, and so she's got a few tracks on my CDs. She's amazing. And then I picked, I love Hendrix, I love Barbra Streisand, and so it's kind of all over the map. But I just love a really good song that makes me feel something, and so that's what I do best.
Sherrie Phillips with us today here on the big broadcast, talking about her music and everything else. ReverbNation.com/Sherrie Phillips Music. And she's joining us live. She's an independent artist from Nashville. What are some big things coming up for you in the new year?
I'm moving back to the West Coast, which is a great thing for me. I have my core fan base is out there in California, so that'll be really fun to be back in that environment and play some amazing shows. And look, I'm working on a European tour. Hasn't been booked yet, so can't say too much about that. But I'm excited about it, and I I've always wanted to do that, and it looks like it may be coming to fruition. So that would be really, really cool.
It's Sherrie Phillips with us today here on the big broadcast known the world over as the Jiggy Jaguar Show. 13 minutes after the hour, ReverbNation.com/Sherrie Phillips Music. We're going to be letting Sherrie go here in a few moments. What we're going to be talking about, we're going to be playing her music and talking about it all hour long here. Tell me about Me and Bobby McGee. Talk to me about this version of this song. We're going to play it here in a few moments.
That song, Janis Joplin was one of my first influences. I really resonated with her raw passion and her emotion and her ability to, she seemed so truthful to me. Even if it wasn't pretty, she was so truthful. And so I started doing Me and Bob McGee a million years ago because, again, it's just this amazing song. Chris Christopherson is an amazing writer. And my band, Hangman's Daughter, we had this, this version of this kind of grew organically. And I've just had great response from it, and I've played it at my gigs for 20 years. So, it's a fan favorite, and it's a personal favorite as well. It represents a lot for me.
Well, I know that you have some prior commitments this afternoon. We need to let you go so you can go do those. But we're going to play Me and Bobby McGee. Sherrie Phillips with us. Sherrie Phillips Music available also at ReverbNation.com/Sherrie Phillips Music. Sherrie, thanks for being with us, and we'll talk to you soon. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, James. You can also go to I have a YouTube channel.
Okay,
and I have Facebook page as well, which I would love to have your support on my Facebook page. That'd be great.
Well, good stuff, Sherrie. We're going to play Me and Bobby McGee. I appreciate you being with us. We'll talk soon, Sherrie.
Thanks, James.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Talk to you soon. Thanks. Sherrie Phillips, Me and Bobby McGee, her version right now here on the world famous Jiggy Jaguar Show. Coast to coast, border to border.
Realize feeling near as faded as my dreams. Bobby thumbed the diesel down just before it rained. Rode us all the way to New Orleans. Well, I put my harpoon in my dirty red bandana. I was playing some of Bobby sing the blues. When the shield wipers slapping time, I was holding Bobby's hand in mine. And we sang every song that driver knew. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing if it ain't free. Feeling good was easy, Lord. I'll be saying the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Yeah. Good enough for Bobby McGee. From the Kentucky coal mine to the California sun. Hey, Bobby.
host is very easy to get along with once you learn to worship him. It's the Jiggy Jaguar Radio Network. Radio Network.
Buried in the dirt when you're standing alone.